So today we'll start with new topic. Okay, we'll talk about list. Okay, so what is the list? Okay, so far we have seen variables which takes only one value, right? Integer, float, okay. String in a way also takes one value. Okay, one thing that we did not discuss in string, we talk about it is, so we spoke about indexing, isn't it? So if I have a str1 equal to say hello, okay, I can get the first member of str1. I can say str1 of 0, right? This will give me the first member. But let's say I want to replace the first member. I want to replace H with capital H. Okay. So let's say I call it str1 of 0 equal to capital H. Okay. This will throw error. Okay. String does not support assignment operator. It means you cannot edit the value. Okay. You can completely replace the value. Okay. But if I want to edit a value, I cannot edit. I cannot edit first member or third member or any other member. You can replace the entire string, okay, or okay, Pujita, we'll talk about it, okay? So you cannot do it. So what we call it as, we call this as, okay, okay, so you cannot edit the existing value, right? We call this as immutable. Immutable means you cannot edit the value. Okay, you can override. When I say str1 equal to something else, it's like you're deleting the old value and adding a new value altogether. But you can't edit. Okay, so strings are immutable. You cannot edit. Okay, yes, Pujita, what's your doubt on star printing?
Sir?
Yes. We are talking about a next level of data types, where you can store more than one values in one variable. Okay. So the first thing that we'll talk about is called list. The way you declare a list is, let's say called value1 equal to, lists are always declared using square bracket. Why do we use square bracket? What's the purpose of using square bracket? So far, whatever you have seen, when do we use square bracket?
In the output we have seen, sir.
In the output, which output?
Printing, splitting a string. Yes, yes, sir.
String. This is where I've used square bracket, yes, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
So this is the second use of square bracket. Second use of square bracket is to declare a list. Okay.
Okay.
So now if I print the type of val1, you will get class list. This is list, and you can add values 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, list can accept any values. You can add string also. You can add, this is Boolean also. So yes, so you can add a string, you can add Boolean, you can add even a list inside a list. Okay, so we are already using 2, 3, right? Let me make it quick. Okay, so now if I say the length, we discussed about length, right? If I say length of val1, what will I get? Y5, right? Each of these are values, isn't it? 3, 4, string, false. Okay, this is also a value. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it has 5 elements. Okay, we are using one variable to represent 5 values. We are using one variable to represent 5 values. That's the beauty of list. You can add and delete values whenever you want to. Okay. So okay. So now let's say indexing. The indexing is exactly same as the way we do for string. So it will have forward indexing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, backward indexing -1 to -5. So if I want string, okay, using backward indexing, what should I type? I want only string using backward indexing. -3, isn't it? -1, -2, -3, right? So I'll get string here. Now this entire thing represents one value. Okay. Now I want ring from string. So this whole thing is giving me string. So I will do another indexing here. So see, this is giving me a string value. Okay. So if you want to see the data type of this, okay, is string. Okay, so see, the individual values do not lose its identity when you combine them as list. Okay, together, laptop down. So together, all these are list. Okay, together all these form list. But when you want to extract each member will retain its property. So if it is string, it will remain string. If it is boolean, it will remain boolean. If it is a list, it will remain list. So if I say -1, it will give us list. Okay, because last member is a list. If I want a specific value from, let's say, one ring, what should I do? I will say, okay, 0, 1, 2, right? So from 2 till the end. From 2 till the end. So now I'm going to get a ring. Oh, type, right? So remove the type. Yes, any questions so far? Okay, so we get ring.
So sir, why did we remove the type?
No, I want to display the value. I don't want the data type. Type is to give us data type, right? Type.
So 5 says ring here.
Ring, because val1 of -3 is giving us string. Right? This gives us string. And if I do 2:n, that means starting from third value till the end. Okay. So
from the third value till the end, but then from the third value till the end, wouldn't it
is val2 equal to val1 of -3. Val2 equal to val1 of -3. Now you're doing val2. Val2 is like a normal string that we discussed.
But if for val1 -3, what is, I'm not understanding what val1 -3 means.
What is val1?
Val1 is 3 for this string for the boolean and 20.
This is a list, right? And how many numbers are there in the list?
5.
5. So when you say -3, what does that mean?
So it will take the third one.
Backward indexing.
Third member. See, we discussed about indexing, forward and backward indexing, right? So forward indexing starts from 0. So value index of 3 is 0, 4 is 1, string is 2, false is 3, and this list is 4. In backward, this list is -1, false is -2, string is -3, 4 is -4, and 3 is -5. Did you get it now?
But then why does it take just the ring instead of string then?
Hold on, let's go step by step. Your doubt was line number 3. So val1 of 3 is giving us what?
String.
String. Now val2 is string. This is the string property. I want is within the string. Val2 is string, right? Within string,
okay.
I want from 2 to n.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's starting from 2 to n, but then wouldn't it be string?
Sorry?
Because T is the second letter, right?
No, T is first letter. 0, 1, 2. Forward indexing.
That's what happens when you don't practice, Vanith. Starting value is 0.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right? So starting value is 0. So your R will be index 2, isn't it?
Okay, yeah.
Right? So yes.
Right.
So this is your, third member. And then I have not given any value after colon. It means both
Till
can
end.
be end.
Sir?
Okay, yeah.
Yes, tell me, ma'am.
If I need 20 now, print val1 square brackets minus 1 again square brackets. I can go for this 0.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Okay. So this is how you can access each member from a list. Okay. And then you can have a, this is a list, right? Now this list can have another list.
Okay.
Correct?
So the list just you can just add infinite amount of lists as you want, right?
Exactly. So of course not as I want, as per the business requirement, but yes, you can, right? So if I say val1 of -1, val1 of minus 1 is this entire value. This is -1 of val1. Right?
And then if you, in that -1, if you say again minus,
okay,
it will take 300.
Hold on. Let me finish first. So this entire thing is -1 for val1. Correct? So this is giving us a list. Now I want the third member of val1. Right? Val -1, third member or last member. So I will say again -1. So if I say -1, I'm going to get this list. Clear so far?
Yes, sir.
Right? So if I run, I will get this entire list. Now within this, I want 300. So I will again say
-1.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Vanith?
Yeah, sir, yeah.
What
Yeah,
is
that I understood.
entire thing? Data type
So
of
then it would be 300, right?
data type.
List.
Oh. So, wait, are you asking me what number would come or?
Data type.
So this is list, right? Because it has
this
the
is
brackets
integer.
inside that.
No, 300 is not list, 300 is integer.
Okay.
No, the highlighted, what you have highlighted, right?
Yes, highlighted is a integer. What I've highlighted is integer.
Okay.
Oh, is it because, okay, so it's taking the
This is
300,
a
that's
list.
right.
This is list.
Understood, sir.
But this is integer, not list.
Okay.
Yes?
Okay,
Yes, sir.
yeah, okay.
Okay. Great. Okay, so now if you want to see, you can say type of. Because we got 300 as answer, 300 is integer, 300 is not a list.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So now the next thing is, just like we had plus in string and into in string, we can have plus and into in list also. Okay. So if I say print val1 into 2, val1 into 2 will give us, this is val1 into 2 means repeat one more time. So if the size is 8, it becomes 16. The length will be 16, twice that of val1. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So this is your into. Now you can add to list. So let's say I create val2 as 11, 22, 33. I can say print.
Sir, we already have val2 as val1 of -3.
I'm changing it, no, yeah, Dhanit. So whatever.
Oh, because we're going line by line, 8.
Latest value, exactly.
Okay.
right? So it will always, for 14, it is line number 13. For 12, yes, it will be 9th value, line number 9, right? So you can always change the value, right? So here, this is your val1. So since I said val1 plus val2, first you'll have val1 values followed by val2 values. This is how you can combine, add two lists together. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we did, remember we did a program in string. Here
Yes,
also
sir.
we can do in. Okay. So if I say print string in val1, what will I get? So string is in val1, isn't it?
Yes,
so you
sir.
get true. Is string in val1.
Okay.
Okay, so string is in val1, right? If I make it as string 1 and not in,
True.
again true, because string 1 is not in val1, which is true. Okay, okay. So this is basic about list. Now we can iterate through a list. Just like we iterate through strings, you can iterate through list. So if I say for I in, okay, val1, print I. So what will the value of I? In first iteration will be the first value of I, which is 3. Right? Which is 3. Then I will become 4. Then string, false, this entire thing. So how many times this loop will run? How many times this loop will run? Answer, how many times this loop will run? How many times?
Sir, could you repeat the question, please?
How many times this loop will run?
4 times, sir.
How many times?
4.
Only one confident answer I got so far. How many times?
So if we go to val2 is equal to this, then we print val1 plus val2, then we say print string 1, but not in val1. So val
4 times. I told you.
5, sir. Less than the maximum length. So
Okay, what is the length of this list? 5. So it will run 5 times.
yes.
What you are not telling me, you're telling to yourself. You're telling to yourself, you're not telling me, isn't it? Okay, so 3, 4, string, false, and this entire list. Right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if I say I in val 1 minus 1, then how many times?
for val1 minus 1, would it be 6 times then? Because then it would go to the list, right? Again, teacher.
Just give me one answer, Dhanit. I don't want explanation now.
Would it be 6 times?
See, if you look at minus 1, this is minus 1, isn't it? So in minus 1, how many values are there? How many values are there in this list?
5.
This list.
5 values.
3. Yes. It
Oh
is
yes, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, because that is in another book.
20, 30, and 100, 100, 300. Exactly.
So 1 minute.
Yes.
For loop, we should mention the range, no, sir.
Pujita, I'm talking about val1. Where is range here? And I told yesterday we discussed about string also, no? Where are you?
I forgot that concept.
Yeah,
sir.
you wake up and you forget what happened last day. Fresh mind. You are like computer. We switch off, everything else is lost. Correct?
Sorry, sir.
No. So I told you, when we discussed about string, that you can see range is just a function. Okay.
Okay.
Don't treat for loop as one single piece. In C++ Java, this for loop was one single, way of implementing. This is not one single way of implementing. We have multiple things here. For has separate meaning, I has separate meaning, in has separate meaning, and string or range or list has separate meaning. Range means you are generating values from given value to the given value.
Okay.
Is giving us the value. So if it is string, you'll have the string values. If it is list, you'll have the list values. Right? So when I say val1 of -1, so you'll get val1 of -1 of 0, val1 of -1 of 1, val -1 of 2, so on. So val1 has 3 members only. Your 20, 30, and this entire thing is one member.
Okay.
If I add 4 here now it becomes a 4. There are 4 values in this list: 20, 30, 100, 200, 300, and 4. Now we have 4 values in this list. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tanit. I can't hear you. You're on mute, Tanit. I can't hear you.
Yeah, yes.
Yes. So you get, okay, now, so there's a error. Why there's error? Int object is not subscriptable. Okay. Int object is not subscriptable. Where is the int object?
So is it because the int object is non-subscriptable because we don't have that 4?
Okay. Because I added 4 here, right? So now
so we don't have that 4 in line number 11, right?
4. So I have to say -2 here. See, earlier it was last one, right? That's why I said -1. I added 4. It should be -2, not -1, right? No, it was. Okay. So this is how you can perform loop. Okay. Now let's talk about one function. So, just like we have multiple functions in string, we have multiple functions in list also. Okay, how to see different functions in list? Val1 is a list. You say dot. These are the functions: count, append, extend, copy, sort, clear, index, insert, pop, remove, reverse. These are the functions that are there, inbuilt function. Okay, if you want to count a certain value, if you want to know how many values are getting repeated in that list, you can use count. Okay, we'll see append first. Append will add the value at the end. Okay, so if I say append 56, okay, now if I say print val1, right? So this entire thing is val1. Now you get 56
added to it.
Right? And if I add 56, I add say 86. Okay, I can add 96. Okay. You have all the values here getting added to the main list. So what we see here, that list is mutable. We can edit. See, I'm not replacing the entire value. I'm just adding to it. Okay. So your lists are mutable. You can edit it. Strings you can't edit. Strings are immutable. But lists are mutable because you can edit it. Okay. Now let's write a program to input marks of 5 subjects. Okay, using loop, right? This program we have done before. So
yes, sir.
Input marks of 5 subjects using loop. Okay. Then display all marks and total. Last time we did only total. Now I want to display individual marks also. So to display individual marks, you have to add to a list. Okay, do it fast. It's 11:10 in my watch, 11:12. You got 2 minutes to do it fast. Let's get started. Okay, so to get one value, I have to say input. Okay, enter marks, right? And I have to save to a variable alpha as m equal to, and I have to say int of, right? So I'm getting this. Now I have to do it 5 times, right? Then I created sum equal to 0 for I in range 5. Okay, and I'll read it, and after reading, I will save it. Isn't it? Okay, but I want to save the marks also. So I will create a list, empty list, marks equal to empty list. Marks is empty list. Now I need to add to this marks dot append, and you put m. So now I can display marks, right? Marks equal to marks and print total marks. Okay, sum, right? Okay, so now, okay, I'm saying enter marks. So I'm saying say 45, 4, 56, 90, 90, okay, 99. You see, these are the marks and this is total.
Yes.
So now I will modify this program, okay, where you enter the subject's name also. Okay, so let's say I'm saying enter marks. I'll say enter marks in subject maths, in maths or science. Okay, so let's say I create another list, okay, equal to, and I assign, say, English, say, Telugu, okay, let's say Hindi, let's say maths, and let's say science. Okay, so now enter marks, okay, marks with subject, enter marks in, okay, so I'll close it, I will say plus subjects of 0, right? Then
So
yes,
so when we put the subjects, we can use double quotes, right?
no, you can use single or double or triple.
Okay.
You can use triple, double, single, all are valid. Right? Absolutely valid. Now if you run, okay, marks in English, right? So you got this, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, great. Now what I want you to do is, this is the program, correct? Modify this program, and let's say this is for one student, isn't it? Let's do it for 5 students. Okay, 5 subjects for 5 students, and I want to find highest marks in each subject. And to find highest marks in each subject. Can you do it? Modify this program. So this is for 1 student. I need for 5 students. So that means this whole thing has to be run 5
times.
Right? So I want to know the highest marks obtained for each subject.
Sir, how would I do this for 5 students?
Okay. So let's first discuss the idea. Okay. Let me know if you guys have different idea to this. Okay. So what I'm thinking is, look at the board, laptop down. Okay. Laptop down. Okay. So let's say, okay, to read 5 more students. Yesterday we did, right? Not yesterday, when we were doing loops. We have to have an outer loop, right? So you have to have 2 loops. Outer loop will read the student marks. But how do you save it? And this is what I think. You can have it your own different idea, not a problem. So I'm creating inner list to store marks of 1 student, right? 5, 5, 5. Now I can have one more list where I call all students. I can have all student. It's an outer list, okay? And in this case, okay, I will add all the marks. So after reading, the first part reading, you will have a list, okay, with inner list, 5 marks. Again, 5 marks. So you will end up creating a list with 5 sub-lists. Of course, you'll have comma in between. So I'm trying to create a bigger list, which each member being a list. So each member will have marks of 1 student. Okay, I have a bigger list, and each of the value is another list with each marks. Now I need to find highest value of. Now let's say this is all, for example. Okay, so all of 0 will be the first member, isn't it? And all of 0 will be the first member of the first member. And since I'm looking for the highest mark in each subject, I need to know the 0 marks from here, 0 marks from here, 0 from here, 0 from here, 0 from here, and find the highest. In this case, this is English. English will be at 0th position, isn't it? So all of 0, all of 1 of 0, all of 2 of 0, all of 3 of 0, 4 of 0. These are your marks in English. I need to find the highest value among this. Got it? So I'm comparing not the first level, the second level. Okay, or sorry, I'm comparing the 0th. So for English, the inner label is fixed. Outer label is changing from 0 to 4. So I have to have a if condition to check greater and less and find the highest value. And this entire thing, again, let me finish first, Gunit. This entire thing will run again 5 times. Okay. So one time if you run, one time if you run this loop, you will be getting 0 of 0, 1 of 0, 2 of 0, 4 of 0. And you can have a max value. Okay. And you can find whichever is the highest, the inner thing. Then this whole logic has to run 5 times. So you'll end up creating one more list called max marks. So max of 0 will be the highest value of all these zeros. Max of 1 will be the max values of this one subject, 1. Yes? Try now. Yes, Donit.
Sir, what you're trying to say is that we will take the program should take all students, and then out of the 5 students in one program it should see this, what do you call it? It should see the highest ranking student.
Correct. So you'll
And
have
then it will do that 5 times.
first set of loop to read the values, second set of loop to find the maximum values. Yes?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So to read it, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it for 3, okay, and you can change it later to any value. So this is the marks obtained for, let's say I don't want to do total, okay, for because question doesn't ask total, so I'm not interested to find total. Okay, so this is for one student. To find for multiple students, this entire thing, okay, even the marks has to be in the loop because this marks is for one student. And if I have to repeat it, I have to create marks again and again, right? So what I'll do, I'll put another loop here. So for j in range 3, okay, for 3 students, okay, I'm saying empty marks, marks append. Okay, and here what I'll do, I will say all marks. Okay, and after appending, when this inner loop is done means you have finished reading all the marks. Now I will append it to the outer loop. I will say all marks dot append marks. That's it. So this is how you will read all the marks. Now if I run it here, I'll say all marks, okay? And here I can say print entering marks for student, okay, I+1. So entering marks for student, oh sorry, not I, J+1, right? Okay, so entering marks for student 1, enter marks in English. So it says 66, 77, 88. Enter marks for student 2, say 56, 66, 76. Enter marks for student 3, 78, 88, 58. Okay, so see, this is how I have read all the marks as a list of lists. Right? So this is how you will read the marks as a single list. But the next step, I have to find the highest of this zeroth. 66, 56, 78, which is highest. Right? So 78 should be printed, and this is for English, right? So let's say I have only 3 subjects for now. So for English, it should say 78. For Telugu, it should say 88. For Hindi, it should say 88. Try. Did you get this part, everyone? What I did here? 28 to 36.
Yes, sir.
Ganit.
So, sir, the last line, all marks dot append marks, is it saying that just write all marks in line?
No, so this is inside the first loop, right? So see, M is your individual marks, 66, 77, 78. So 66, 77, 88 is appended to this marks, marks dot append, right? So marks dot append will add 66, 77, 88. When inner loop is completed, running 3 times, you will have marks with this list, 66, 77, 88. Now I'm adding this thing to all marks. Okay, after adding this entire to all marks, again the outer loop runs. Now you are reading 56, 76, 76, and this is getting appended here. Now before J is run 3rd time, this is added to the all marks list. So each individual value is your M, this list is your marks, and this entire thing is your all marks.
So append marks is putting it separately.
This one.
Yeah, right. So append marks will put it like separately. And like put the entire thing in like this separate bracket and everything, right?
Correct. And we are repeating this again 3 times. Make sense? Yes. Copy this.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Try the maximum stuff.
Sir, I'm getting error.
What's the error?
It says, sorry, for my error, it says m is equal to int input enter marks in plus subjects I plus the colon index error list index out of range.
It is out of range. Yes, because you probably have only 3 list and you are trying to call 4th one. Okay. So when you go call a list which is beyond its size, that means if a list has only 4 members, you're calling 5th member, you get the range error. You're trying to go beyond the range. Right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. I put 5 here.
Can you copy paste that?
No, sir. I think I understood because I had put 5 here.
Right.
When I only had 3 subjects.
Right.
Sir, so when I'm running it, it only shows me marks for like for my 3rd student. It wouldn't show me for my 1st or 2nd student. I put in all the scores and it only shows marks for my 3rd student.
Sorry, Dhani, your voice was breaking. Can you repeat it again?
Yeah, so when I do this, I enter in all my marks for my 3 students, right? But then it will only show my marks for my 3rd student.
Again, you have to do it loop, right? So the way you're calculating maximum value, you have to have a loop because you have to go through first, this member, then this member, then this member. So you have to have a loop. Now this entire thing has to be repeated 3 times again. So you need to have another loop.
So wait, but sorry, I don't understand because you said that you have to have another loop.
That's
but
okay. Do it and you understand. Okay, let me do it. Okay.
Okay.
Well, you try as much as you can.
Okay.
Okay. So let's do that. So, okay, how do you find highest marks? The logic is you first assume that max is your marks 0. Okay, we'll assume that marks 0 is highest. And now I'm going to check from 1 to the end of the list. Okay, marks of 0 is highest, I've assumed. And now I'm checking from first value till the end. And if the value which is in like 1, okay, if this is higher than max, then max equal to val of 1. Got it? So I'm assuming, let's say if you have 5 numbers. And how do I find which is maximum value of 5 numbers? So I'll assume that first member is highest. If you have 5 members, then you have to find the highest value among 5. So I'll assume that first member is maximum. I'll assume first member is maximum. Then from second till the end, I'm going to compare the value with maximum. If the value is bigger than maximum, then you put the maximum as that member. And if anyway value is smaller than maximum, you don't have to do anything. Okay. So I'm going to run a loop. Okay, I'm going to run a loop for I in, okay, range. I in range what? 1 comma len of, okay, marks, or you can say all marks. We have all marks, right? Now, if I say all marks, I will get the outer value. So I will get this as values. But I don't want, do I want this? See, you need to have 2 loops for sure, because we have to iterate through this list as well as the outer loop as well. So I need to have 2 loops, okay? So, okay, I'll talk about this range later. Range, let's say we don't know for now, okay? We don't know the range for now. And for j in range, let's say we don't know, correct? Now you see, what will come in the outer and what will come in the inner. When I'm comparing the marks of each subject, okay, the inner loop should run like 66, 56, 78. 66, 56, 78. So if I have to represent this all marks, okay, I'm representing all marks. So I need 2 brackets, one to represent what will be here, which values will be here. Left side you will have this value, is it? If I say marks of 0, I will get this entire thing. If I say marks of 0, this will be entire thing. So this will be your inner list. Tell yes, no. And this one will be your individual values. Correct? Individual values, this is 66, 56. Now, right? And first time when I run this loop, I'm comparing, fixing individual values as same. I'm fixing the individual values and I'm changing the outer list. Like 0 of first list, 0 of second list, 0 of third list. So inner value I have fixed it. Outer values I am changing. Inner value, because 0, 0, 0, 0. English is 0, 0, 0. So inner value is fixed. Outer value I am comparing. Right? So inner loop, okay, inner loop is all about looking at this value. Right? So how many lists are there total? 3 lists. So I'll put range 3. Okay? So range 3 I'm going to put, and here I'm going to compare. Okay? So inner list is 3, so 3. And how many values are there in each list? 3.
3.
So this will be 3. Okay, so in this case both are 3, so it doesn't matter. You will not get it wrong. But understand, here
Yes,
I'm fixing the inner value 0, 0, 0. I'm fixing the inner value 0, 0, 0. That's why I am putting inner values outside. Sir, 130, correct, sir? Yes, sir, ready. 130 will meet. Okay, मुझे link आ गया sir Google Meet का. Right. Thank you, sir. We'll see you, sir. Thanks, sir. Okay, so this is where I'm going to check for the. Okay, now see here. Okay, and before I'm doing iteration, I'm assuming that max equal to, okay, all marks of something and of something. Okay, of something and of something. What is of something? It will be first, let's say 0, 0. Correct? Second time it's going to be 1, 0. Third time is going to be 2, 0. Correct? So 0 will remain same. What I'll put here is I. So first time I is 0, then 1, then 2, right? And this one will remain 0. Right?
that means first element of the list.
First element of every list.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes,
And let's have one more all max, okay, all max, it will store the value. Now see, all max has to be a list, but max is only an integer because the max will have only one value, one maximum value from the each list. So inner one will not be list. Inner one will be a integer value. Among the three, which is the maximum, among three, which is maximum. And each maximum will go into the outer. So all max is single list, is a list, but max is a integer value, no list. It's an integer based on data type. Okay. Now what I'm saying is, if max is smaller than, okay, if max is smaller than all marks of something something, then max equal to all marks something something. Okay. Now what is this something something? See, I, okay,
I plus 1.
Sorry.
Here, if max is less than all marks of first bracket I plus 1, then second bracket 0.
Okay. So see, first time when I'm checking all marks. Okay. 66 is already added to the max.
Yes.
Okay. I'm checking all marks of 1, 0 and 2, 0. So what is changing is this inner value is changing faster, right?
Yes.
J here.
Sorry, J plus 1, no sir, next list.
Okay. Yes. J plus 1.
0.
Right? And not 0. Okay. Here it will be think. I'll give you 30 seconds to think, then we'll talk about it. What changes slow? Outer value changes slow, right? So this one we want to change slow. So I will be here and inner value changes first. I want J here, right? Now it is J plus 1 or I plus 1. We will think about it. Okay. Okay. Now if max is less than this, okay, then max will be Ji. Now you see the y plus 1 is because initially it will be 0, 0, then it will be 1, 0, 2, 0, right? We don't want to compare 0, 0. We don't want to compare 1, 0. We don't want to compare 2, 0. That's why I'm putting J plus 1. Okay, J is also fine. You'll get correct answer. J plus 1, you are saving one comparison. Your program will be faster. Right?
Sir, in the outside loop, in the line 41, max is equals to all marks within brackets I, no sir. I means again 0, no. So
yes, 0, 0, then 1, 0, then 2, 0. I'm assuming that 0, 0 is highest. Then I'm assuming 1, 0 is highest. 2, 0 is highest. I'm assuming 1, 0 is highest, 2, 0 is highest, 3, 0 is highest.
Yes, yes, sir.
Right? And when you are done with this inner loop, you have the maximum value. So I'm going to say all max dot append max. All max dot append max. Okay. So whatever max we found, we added to the max, and now we are going back to the beginning. So everything is reset now. And outside this loop, okay, you will get okay. So to test, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make first one Hindi highest. Okay, so let's say marks in English. So I'll say 50, 70, 90. Okay, so I want to make in this case Telugu highest. So Telugu and English lowest. So 50, I'll put 65. Okay, and I want to put Telugu highest. So let it be this one. I'll put 55, and I want to make here Hindi highest. So I'll make 95. Okay. Then for third student, I'm doing such that all three values will be tested. For third student, I'll make English highest. So English highest is 65, right? I'll make this as 88. Okay. Telugu, I wanted first one to highest, so I'll say 68. And Hindi, I want this guy to highest, so I'll say 88 or 78. Oops. What happened? List index out of range. Okay. Okay, line number 44.
Is it because we missed the J plus 1, sir?
Yes, because I missed J plus 1, right? Okay. Okay. So first let's make sure that it's running fine. I'll add 5, 5, 5, all 5. See. Wait. Something is wrong. Wait. Inner loop, I'm running from 0. Okay. See, I'm running from 0. I'm going all the way up to 3. Right? So last iteration, what happens? I'm saying J plus 1, right? Last iteration. So instead of J plus 1, okay, I will use J only here. And J, instead of saying 0 to 3, I will say 1 to 3. You know what happened, right? When you go to the last step, right? 2, now I'm saying 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1 is 3, which does not exist. Correct? So that's why 0, see, J plus 1 will work fine for first few values, but last step, J plus 1 will not work. J plus 1 becomes more than 3. If the last value is 2 in this case, J plus 1 will be 3. So that's why I removed I. Instead, I moved J. I don't want to start from 0. I want to start from 1 only. Now it should be fine. Okay, so we got it. Now let's give values so that we make sure that the logic is working fine. 50, 70, 90. I want to make Telugu highest here. So English, I'll put 55, 65, and I'll make Hindi highest here. And here I'll make English highest. So 55, I'll say 88. Okay, Telugu 68 and Hindi 95. Even 78 is fine.
Sir, I don't know. I'm getting some error code.
Wait. But initially it worked fine. Okay, because...
Is it because we have to have the J plus 1? Or is it because we haven't defined the all max?
All max is fine. Okay. Okay. Now J. Okay, wait. I is, so you'll have 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2 is fine. Here I'm saying J as 1, 2. J is 1, J is 2. So J, all max of J. J is 1 and J is 2. So I'm talking about I, so J, wait. So I'm not at all going, okay, so J is the list. I'm not at all going to the first list, J. J means I'm going to the first one and the second one. Okay, that's why I've used J. But I want to go 0, right? 0, 1, 2, right? So first will be 0, 0, then yeah, J is also 3, isn't it? So J, I'm comparing 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So J is your, I'm comparing list 1, list 1, I'm not at all comparing, because list 1, I'm putting it here as maximum. 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0. And here, this is because of I, okay? So J is your 1 and 0. 1, 0 is what? This one. Then next time is going to be 2, 0. 1, 0, 2, 0. Right? Then I'm making it, I becomes 2. I becomes 2. So J is 1, 1, 1, 2. List out of which max equal to all max.
So, sir, wouldn't it be J plus 1?
All max, all marks, right? All marks, not all max. So I think by when I entered the space, no, it's correct. No, all marks is I'm printing last. See, all marks is something I'm adding values. Maximum value I'm adding to it. Okay. So if max is less than marks, then max will be marks, right? Not max is the final value that we are putting. And max will never have two indexes. Max is one dimensional. Max will have only one list. Okay. So 50, 70, 90, 55, 65, 95. Oops, I entered twice. Okay, 50, 50, 70, 90, 55, 75, 95, then 88, 48, 58. So yes, correct? Okay, now did you get it right? So 50, 55, 88, 88 is highest. 70, 75, 48, 75 is highest. 90, 95, 58, 95 is highest. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Right? So this is what we are doing. So what we are doing, we are fixing, okay, first list as highest, assuming that first list is highest. So 0 of 1, 1 of, 0 of 0, 1 of 0, 2 of 0, we are fixing as max. Now I'm checking for 0 of 0, I'm checking 1 of 0, 2 of 0. And if max is less than 0, 1 of 0 and 2 of 0, so here first step, 0 is fixed. So I'm checking for 1 of 0, okay, 2 of 0. Correct? So because 0 and 0 is fixed as max. Okay, 0 of 0 I have fixed as max. So 1 of 0 and 2 of 0, I'm comparing max. If max is less than 1 of 0 or 2 of 0, I have to move max to 1 of 0 or 2 of 0, whichever is highest. Right? Otherwise, 0 of 0 is highest. Okay, when you are done with the inner loop, I am saving this value in another list, all max. So I'm saving in all max, the first highest value. So inner loop one time is done. Now I'm going for outer loop second time. So outer loop second time will be 1 of 0 is your max. Right? Now we're checking for 1 of 1 and 2 of 1. And then you're finding whichever is max, you save it and put it to the list. In third iteration, I'm fixing 2 of 0.
2 of 0 fix.
And now I'm checking 2 of 1 and 2 of 2. Okay, and if max is less than 2 of 1 or 2 of 2, then interchange. Not interchange, change the value of max. Okay, and then you will get all max at end of second iteration. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Dhoni, tell me now.
Nothing, sir. I was.
Sorry?
No, nothing. I wasn't saying anything.
Yes. See, this is not a competition to write fasting. This is not a, what do you call, speed writing context. So please don't run fast. Okay, it's better you go slower than me, but don't try to run fast. Okay? Okay.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Now, modify this. Assignment is modify this. Okay, for. Okay, so I'm going to give you names of the student. Okay, so first student, the marks which you entry for the first student is say Sachin. Second student is say Rahul. And third student, it's say Lakshman. So now you have found the marks, right? Highest and lowest, correct? Highest basically. Now I also want to know who has scored highest. Got it? So if you see here, in this case, this example, 88 is the third student. So you'll say, for English, Lakshman is highest. For second subject, Telugu, right? 75 is second student. Second student.
Rahul.
Rahul. So Rahul is highest in Telugu.
Telugu.
And 95 is third student.
Hindi. Rahul.
So, no, 95 is here, right? So this is for second student. Sorry. This first mark is the first student.
Yes, sir.
Second student. This is third student. So Lakshman is highest in English. Then for 75, who is highest in Telugu?
Rahul.
Rahul is highest in Telugu. And Rahul is highest in Hindi.
Third subject also. Hindi.
Sorry, Hindi also. Okay. So I want the names also. So output would be something like this. Print. So here this case. Okay, so I will put a for loop for I in range 3. Okay, print. Highest marks in. Okay, highest marks in subjects I is all max I, right? So highest marks in subject I is all max I. So, okay. So you'll get like this, right? Highest marks English is 88, highest mark Telugu is 55, highest marks in Hindi is 99. Is it correct? Telugu is 66. You're getting 55. Yes? Yeah. 66, 44, 55. Okay. What happened here? Okay, so we'll fix it, but understood this is how I want output to be, right? So highest mark subject is this scored by. scored by, and here you will have the name of the person, right? So you can have by the student, right? Yes. So this is how I want you to try here, okay, as assignment. Now, what is happening here? All max, we are saying I, comma 0. Okay, so I is 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0. The max looks correct. If max less than 0, see here, J is saying 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, or let's say correct, right? 90, 99, 99. 2 places left. Right? So I think it's not checking the first value, so I made it to 0 now. Okay? Now you have to add the third angle to it, the student one. Yes, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So modify the same program. Okay, now if you want to copy, you want to try, you can do that. I'm going to paste it in the chat also.
Okay, sir.
Online, guys, can we end it?
Yes, sir.